Race 2 grid coming up. Refer to the results from race 1. It's going to be a very interesting battle. Jake Sanson here again fighting off the cold and the damp in the commentary box here at the glorious Castle Combe circuit. It's James Waite and Josh Steed from the front row of the grid with Isaac Smith and Nathaniel Hodgkiss in there on row 2. Then it is Ollie Turner and Alfie Glennie with Todd Garner and Magnus Cricklery trying to fight back from 8th on the grid, with Abby Locke hoping to get back into that fight for the top 6 after retiring from race 1, but her pace definitely much stronger than we've seen in the previous 4 meetings in the 2018 Championship. 3 race weekends to go after this one as well, so James Waite wanting to score as much as possible. Let's race for the second time at Castle Combe. 15 laps of the circuit as we get ourselves underway. Good start from James Waite. Josh Steed's got a good one as well. Is he going to take the lead here? Round the outside, he's going to want to get a good run on James Waite. He's going to stay committed. Cricklery's already gone past both Hodgkiss and Turner. We're on board with Cricklery. He's tucked in behind Isaac Smith. Steed is going to be rushed in back to the left side. Cricklery's going to try and commit to that inside line. James Waite's got Josh Steed to his left, but he's going to hold the lead. Isaac Smith on the inside of Josh Steed as they come through Quarry. They almost bang doors as they come off the turn. Now they do rub doors. On board with Todd Garner. Still a lot of raindrops around, as you can see. Lots of spray going into his camera as we tuck in behind Nathaniel Hodgkiss. This is so Isaac Smith's in second behind James Waite. Then it's Steed, Cricklery, Turner, Hodgkiss, and this man Todd Garner. So they get back on the power, and that leaves Alfie Glennie to battle with Abby Locke once again, although Todd Garner's got the best of it, and Abby Locke is actually in front of Alfie Glennie at the moment, so Locke has made the best start there. Ollie Turner, having already dealt with Nathaniel Hodgkiss, he could have done with that in race 1, but now he's in front. He's going to try and chase after Magnus Cricklery in the hope that he can get after a race victory. So Cricklery in behind Josh Steed. Well, Steed is not going to be the kind of person who will make it easy for him. Into camp for the first time. Cricklery's already starting to make inroads into making the move, but he's not going to get there just yet as they sweep through Camp Corner for the end of the first lap. And it's Waite leading. Smith, Steed, Cricklery, Turner and Hodgkiss in the top 6. So a good start to proceedings. Already some good racing coming up as they come over the top of the curb. Goodness me, they're bouncing around all over the place over Avon Rise as Cricklery tries to go very deep into the hairpin, but Steed's already got on the inside of Isaac Smith and he's through into second place. Good move from Steed, and Isaac Smith had to get out of the throttle there because he got 2 wheels on the grass trying to cut back on Steed. Steed moves to cover in the S's, and that's beautiful from Josh Steed. He's got the job done there just as he did in race 1, up to second. Now the next target is James Waite, and this time Waite doesn't have as big an advantage as he did in race 1, so Steed may get a chance to close up on Waite. However, the only 2 drivers so far to get victories in Fiesta Junior over the course of the season are these 2, James Waite and Magnus Cricklery. So he's going to be hopeful that he can become the 3rd different race winner in 2018 through Bobbies. Out of the left-hander, back on the power, and I have to say, Steed is giving James Waite a much bigger run for his money than he's done in previous races, certainly than he did in race 1. He's going to get on the throttle. He won't go for the move into camp, but if he is calm and patient, he'll set himself up for a good run up towards Avon Rise and Quarry. They come over the start-finish line into lap 3, and already Steed looks pretty hungry for this. Through Folly, flat on the throttle, and up towards Avon Rise. You've got to be careful over the bumps here, but Steed is going attack. He's going to try and make the move on James Waite. He goes to the left side. Has he got enough to keep it through? Yes, he does. He spooked James Waite, and Josh Steed takes the lead. Brilliant racing from Josh Steed. He's absolutely come out full guns blazing here. Uppercuts and thrusts absolutely jabbing at the bit. And Josh Steed is now your leader here at Castle Combe. Now, if he can hang on to this, this is going to be his first ever win in Fiesta Juniors, and that would be an amazing landstone. So through comes Magnus Cricklery. Through they come again. Up towards Isaac Smith in 3rd position. Smith has seen that Josh Steed can get past James Waite and thought, great, I can do it as well then. Up towards Tower. They coast their way through the right-hand hairpin. 1 wheel in the air and 3 on the deck for all 4 of them as they go through Tower. Up towards Bobbies. Nice sliding as they come through the chicane. You've got to be so careful in these greasy conditions, and it looks to me as though James Waite's still got his white windscreen wipers ablaze, so there's definitely still rain in the air. I noticed that Josh Steed doesn't actually. Josh Steed is going around relatively smoothly out front, but Magnus Cricklery starting to get into the back of Isaac Smith, and Smith will want to take on James Waite. but Josh Steed will be absolutely beaming from ear to ear while trying to stay focused, as Ollie Turner and Nathaniel Hotchkiss are dropping back off the top four just a little bit now, and they are warring over fifth position. So Ollie Turner wanting to hang on to it, careful in the braking zone. Ollie, careful! Oh, nicely saved there. I thought he was going to go top heavy, but he manages to get the car stopped. That's all that jazz car experience from his short oval days, of course. So Ollie Turner running a very good race at the moment as he comes into the S's once again. Through the right, through the left. Relatively straightforward this as he continues to go through. 95. Nathaniel Hotchkiss still swarming all over the back of Ollie Turner as they come up through the gears. Out through the left kink. And this is going to continue to move their way forward. They're going to push on. They come up the top of the hill. Round through Tower and up towards Bobby's. The top four remain unchanged. Steed, Waite, Smith, Cricklaway. And this is going to be a big moment for the championship because Josh Steed, a very popular character, he's been in there since the early phase of 2017, about the same sort of time as that man Ollie Turner came into the championship, and he and Ollie Turner are very good mates, so I think both of them will be very happy about Josh Steed getting a victory. Ollie Turner will use that as extra motivation to go and get his first win in the championship, if that is the way it's going to stay. And this is still very early doors, of course. Don't forget, we've only had 4 laps. We're on to lap 5. This is Magnus Cricklaway. Right in behind Isaac Smith. Smith is a little bit slippy on the way in the brakes at Avon Rise, and he dives on the inside. Cricklaway takes the 3rd place. Good move from the Dane. So Cricklaway into 3rd position. Isaac Smith wanted to come straight back at him. That wasn't a mistake. That was me just going over the bumps as I always do. I'm going to get you straight back. But it's not quite as easy as that. Magnus Cricklaway has been winning a lot of races over the course of 2018, and thus far he is not going to give that position back. So James Waite in 2nd position, starting to stretch away, and this is becoming a very interesting challenge at the moment as they come down into the hairpin at Tower, back on the throttle and up on the gas once again as they come up towards Bobby's once again. So there's still a lot of moisture in the air as the drivers are still pushing on particularly quickly. Back off the chicane, and then they get back on the power up towards that final turn at Camp. Back on the throttle and up towards that final turn once again. They come switching through the right-hander. Look at that, 1 wheel on the air and 3 on the deck yet again. These Fiestas really do take a bit of a punishing as Ollie Turner again tries to drop Nathaniel Hotchkiss and gain ground on his teammate there, Isaac Smith. 2 Jam Sport boys, 4th and 5th. The other one is 2nd, of course, for James Waite. And there is the race car consultant's man, the Dane, Magnus Cricklaway. He's doing a really good job here, it has to be said. You know, he's come across to Great Britain in the hope that he can win the Fiesta Junior Championship, first time of asking, and then just get on with his route to the top levels of motorsport. Plenty of drivers have used Fiesta Juniors to get into high-level motorsport. You've only got to look at Bobby Thompson and his cousin Aaron, both of whom were race winners. Bobby now in British touring cars as one of the top rookies. Aaron, his cousin, is obviously in the lower tier Clio Cup Championship, battling for race victories every time out. There's Freddie Lee, who went on to win the British Pickup Truck Racing Championship. And of course there's Alex Reed, who went on to win races in British GTs. And of course one of the biggest alumni from the championship, of course, is Aidan Moffat, who is a race winner in the British Touring Car Championship. So plenty of talent has come through Fiesta Juniors to go on to big and better things. But this is a great starting point for a lot of teenagers in the racing categories. 14 years of age you can race these cars from. And they are just a basic road-going Fiesta with the roll cage added and a little bit of technical know-how needed. Still some good battles around this circuit. As the leaders come through Folly. Magnus Cricklaway starting to get away from Isaac Smith, but he's not catching the leaders particularly quickly. As Josh Steed has got himself that gap over James Waite, is still running well. Now this is Glennie having got his way past Garner and Locke. Glennie, Garner and Locke as they duel away for position. So Abbey Locke still close in behind Todd Garner as they go through Folly up towards Avon Rise. It's great to see these three very close together in terms of their battle for position. We're on board with the Mill Street Motors man, Todd Garner, as he tries to close in on Alfie Glennie. Gets through Quarry. You can really see the data that these guys are working with. That's the onboard camera to the bottom left. You can see the track map where he's positioned in the middle, and that is the readout of his speedometer on the right hand side. So you can even see how fast he's going through these corners. 65 miles an hour there through the S's as he comes onto Old Paddock Bend. 85 miles an hour. He'll nudge towards 90 as he goes through the kink towards Tower. And Alfie Glennie running well in front of Todd Garner and Abby Locke, and these three very close together. Now Abby Locke in particular will want to reassert herself after retiring in race 1, considering she was very close to getting into the top 6 in race 1. And her speed is definitely getting much, much stronger, considering where she was at the start of the season compared to where she is now. She's basically made up a good 12 to 15 seconds in terms of her overall pace. So this is great work from the team, from Abby, from everybody involved. You know, she's really starting to turn the corner now. And there's a lot of people speaking big things about Abby Locke in terms of how quickly she's turning things around. This is the battle for 5th. Ollie Turner versus Nathaniel Hodgkiss. We're past the halfway point now, 7 laps down, we're on lap 8, so this in fact is the halfway lap of the race. As they come up to the S's once again, into the right, into the left, and Ollie Turner just chucks the car in. He's so great to watch, he's so physical with the car. He just throws it in, and he's got so much confidence, so much conviction that the car just travels wherever he's commanding it to go. It's brilliant watching Ollie Turner. He's going to make a great GT driver one day. He's got absolute discipline at his fingertips. Hodgkiss is running him very close here as well, actually. I've been really impressed with the way Nathaniel Hodgkiss has developed over the course of this season. He's really become a feisty little tiger at the wheel, and he has absolutely no fear with his overtakes. He got really unlucky with that double non-finish at Rockingham, as he had plenty of opportunities to score big points that day. I'm just hoping that his second half of the season gives him plenty to smile about, because he totally deserves to have some really good finishes on the board. So they come down the main straight once again. Lap 9 and 15. We're past the halfway mark in this race now. There's Ollie Turner and Nathaniel Hodgkiss are trying to keep in touch with Isaac Smith, who is not even able to run in behind Magnus Quicklery very close either. So the Dane has clearly got on top of his car issues, but having to come back from 8th place on the grid definitely hasn't helped the Dane get up to first position. But Josh Steed versus James Waite is still ridiculously close. But the great thing from their point of view is that they're dropping Magnus Quicklery. He can't keep up with them. So Turner's still hanging on in front of Hodgkiss. They come through Old Paddock Bend once again. Such a fast corner this. You've got to have so much belief that the car is just going to stick when you point it through. Then you come onto the left flick, brake carefully, evenly. You've got to be so evenly balanced through as you come into Tower Corner, but you carry a lot more speed than you believe is possible through that hairpin. And then up into Bobby's. Right curb, left curb. Both drivers giving it absolute gusto as they come out of the turn and buck up the king up towards Cab Corner. The Orange Army still keeping us nice and honest, keeping absolutely focused on the job. We've kept our juniors safe and sound as they have been all season long. Great to see all of the action here still going on. Now this is 6 laps to go, and that's the leader, Josh Steed, trying to shake off James Waite. We could be in for our first new winner of the 2018 season since Magnus Quicklery, obviously. Well, James Waite is all over the back of Josh Steed, and having been outsmarted by him on the run to Quarry 7 laps ago, he's not going to want to let him get away, and he may get an opportunity to get back through if he hustles him closely enough. But Josh Steed is enjoying having a clear track in front of him, so he doesn't want to lose this feeling, he doesn't want to lose this experience, and this is Josh Steed's best opportunity to take a first win. We've seen several people leading a Fiesta Junior race for the first time, and unlike in some of the higher tiers when the pressure cooker bubbles over, because of how hard it is, how competitive it is in Fiesta Juniors, when you get to the front for the first time, the junior out in front just seems to open up in terms of the competence. It's almost as if their frontal cortex starts to get a little bit more persuasion, to get a little bit more development under its throat. You get a lot more confidence. You surge forward, you find that inner strength. And this is exactly what Josh Steed is doing now. He's doing an absolutely amazing job here. 5 laps to go, and he looks absolutely flawless. James Waite in second. A long way back is Magnus Quicklery. I thought he'd be right on them, but he's not able to keep up with them as Ollie Turner drifts sideways through the final turn, trying to close up on Isaac Smith and drop Nathaniel Hodgkiss. Brilliant watching these two. They are some of the most entertaining battlers in the field, these two drivers. Ollie Turner and Nathaniel Hodgkiss. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile, and they're always ridiculously entertaining, addictive to watch. So Hodgkiss still giving Ollie Turner a hard time. They're not done yet, they've still got plenty to do. as they drop down into the chicane once again at the S's. Hotchkiss does look like he's going to give Ollie Turner a run for his money. He's not done yet by any stretch of the imagination. They hop over the curbs again, back on the power and up towards Tower. Now, Hotchkiss needs to be very cautious here. He wants to stay close to Ollie Turner, but he wants to give him plenty of pressure. Eventually, he wants to nail him when Ollie Turner is vulnerable, but it's very hard to find weaknesses in Ollie Turner's ability at the moment. He's still learning. It's a big jump. You've got to remember, it's a big jump to come from mini short oval racing. He basically raced in the JASCAR series, which is miniature NASCAR racing, and that is exactly as it sounds. But it's a big chasm to get over when you've got, a tiny little car on an oval, and then you've got to learn all these circuits. You've got to learn a completely different form of racing car. It's a bigger scale, it's full scale. Everything is so much more different. Ollie Turner's had to work very hard indeed to be up at the competitive level, and the fact that he's consistently in the top 6 in his second season in the sport is no lean feat. Hotchkiss is finding it difficult to stay with him as we've got 4 laps to go here at Castle Combe. We come up over Avon Rise again. There's going to be a few more challenges, I'm sure, from Hotchkiss to Turner before the end of this race, but he's got to get close enough in order to make that final gap. From his point of view, though, this is the second race. There isn't a third one to worry about bringing the car home spick and span. If he wants to go for the overtaking move, then he's far more likely to in race 2 than he would be in race 1. As Isaac Smith continues on there in 4th position, trying to stay with Magnus Cricklery, but at the moment to no avail. We look back, we just saw a flash of Alvie Glennie's machine. So at the moment, no major problems. And Todd Garner and Abbey Lock are still there, but they're still ridiculously close. The 3 of them are all separated by 3 seconds. So Glennie, Garner, Lock still very tight together. Fastest lap of the race thus far, well, that's Josh Steed, a 1:20.0, which he set on lap 5. I'm not sure in these conditions he's going to get much faster than that, because it's not drying out any. It's already fairly dry. Although you can see Ollie Turner's windscreen wiper is still there flapping in the breeze. If anything, the rain is going to start getting heavier before the end of this race, before the circuit gets dry. So there's still 3 laps to go. But James Waite there in second place is really struggling to deal with Josh Steed in the lead of this race. At the moment, the Bobby's Tyres Red Fiesta in second place is just keeping it nice and neat at the moment. The thing is, his championship rival Magnus Cricklery is there in 3rd, and he's pulling away from him. So in terms of the championship points, Cricklery finished 8th in the first race, with James Waite taking the win. This is not a panic for James at all. He can finish in second place and still be looking hot for the championship fight, because that man in front, Josh Steed, while he's going to take the victory, is not consistently fighting for the Drivers' Championship. So from his point of view, this is absolutely spot on the money for James Waite. Second place is still looking good at the moment, as he chases down into the braking zone for the chicane. Into the right, into the left, back on the power, and with 2.5 laps to go, this is still looking good for Josh Steed. They come up to that final turn, and the fans will be loving watching Josh Steed take a very popular victory if he can hang on to this in front of James Waite. Only 2 more laps, Josh, keep it going. So this is going to be a very, very popular end to the race for Josh Steed if he can hang on in there. But obviously, there's still a lot of attention on this man, James Waite, who's trying to stay with him. They come up over Avon Rise again and up towards Quarry. With the spectators all hoping for a good finish, and they've certainly had a good battle in the early stages. Josh Steed really starting to pressurise James Waite, and then going all the way the long way round to make that move around the outside line of the braking zone. And some really good work from Josh Steed as he comes up and over the chicane once more, and out of the S's up towards Old Paddock Bend. Flat on the throttle, you go through there about 85 miles an hour, and then you come up towards Tower. Magnus Cricklery still in the background there in 3rd position, having dropped Isaac Smith, who's going to get a solid 4th place finish. Ollie Turner looking like he's going to hang on to that 5th place in front of Hotchkiss. And Glennie, Garner, Locke looks stalemate as well for 7th, 8th and 9th, but all still very even and still very close together, which is great news. The Glennie, Garner, Locke battle could well be for podiums and outright victories in 2019, so it's good that they keep battling each other, because they're going to get used to seeing each other's company. As into the final turn, Josh Steed gets back on the power core. The back end really wants to jump about as he comes into the last lap here at Castle Combe. He's 1 lap away from victory for the first time in Fiesta Juniors after what's been a very tough battle. Josh Steed's had ups and downs and all sorts of heartache over the last 18 months or so in this championship. He's worked very hard. There's not many drivers on the grid that can put all their hand over their heart and say, I've worked as hard as Josh Steed, the Mutation Motorsport man, and the entire team behind him, of course, has done absolutely brilliantly since he switched teams this year. He's felt much more comfortable in the car. They've given him the tools to do the job, and he's really settled into his zone. And even in these last couple of laps, you can see he's really starting to drop James Waite back, and he's going to beat him by more than James Waite beat him in race 1 at this rate. So Josh Steed, fastest lap of the race at 1:20.0. That's not going to get beaten, I don't think, in this last lap, because the drizzle's come back a little bit. But Josh Steed can enjoy and savour this moment. He's just got 3 corners to get this right now. He's perfect through bobbies, no problem at all. Right and left and back on the power, and only cap corner to go. He's not going to bottle this. Josh Steed has been waiting for this moment for so long, as has all of us here in the Fiesta Junior Championship and the Mutation Motorsport team likewise. Into cap for the last time and across the line. Josh Steed is going to get the win. Brilliant. Josh Steed wins, and that's what it means to him. He is absolutely jubilant. Fantastic from Josh Steed. Second for James Waite, third for Magnus Cricklewy, fourth will be Isaac Smith in front of Ollie Turner and Nathaniel Hotchkiss. But it's going to be a massive party down in Mutation Motorsports Paddock Bay later on tonight, as Josh Steed is going to celebrate the euphoria and glory of winning his first Fiesta Junior race. Second Waite from Cricklewy, with Smith, Turner, Hotchkiss in the top 6. Glennie, Garner and Locke together for 7th. But congratulations to Josh Steed. What a race. In the championship, Waite still leads the way. Josh Steed in 2nd place now in front of Magnus Cricklewy as a result of that victory. Turner in 4th from Smith, Garner and Hotchkiss, with Glennie in front of Locke.
Josh, your first race win in cars. Fantastic achievement, and took the lead at Quarry as well. Brilliant drive.
Well, yeah, not sure how I done it, but I've done it, and I just can't thank my team enough. Mutation Motorsport, they've done so much for me this weekend. I just can't thank them enough for everything they've done. I also want to thank my sponsors, CIDT and VPass.
James, 2nd place, couldn't quite hold on this time, but nonetheless a good result.
Yeah, it wasn't quite where I wanted to be, but I saw him behind me. I knew he was a little bit quicker, so sort of give him more room. I'd follow him, see what he was doing different. But yeah, he had a lot of pace this weekend. So, but anyway, I'm taking good points for the championship, so I can't really complain.
Absolutely, yeah, and a good chance of winning the championship, which would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's definitely the idea. It's a long way left still, but anything can happen. So yeah, I'll just try and keep on the podium.